Basket can't defend. He's got the outside line for the second part, and he can't hold on.
Going the long way around. We're going to be 3 wide for the lead as they all come to the line. Who is going to take it in the end?
And here comes Lockwood. He's going to make the move to the outside. Quintra.
It's time to crown a champion here in the Special Stage Pro Trucks Season 12. I'm James Watson, joined as always by my broadcast partners, Zach Amsbacher and Rob Campbell. How about it, Zach? The Glen.
I'm on my outlap right now. I'm actually in the session, so we're going to see what our qualifying efforts can be, but I'm pretty excited. Love Watkins Glen. It does feel a little slow in the Pro 2 Lite compared to most vehicles people drive here, but going to be a little bit of a pack racing thing here, I think. You know, there's going to be a lot of draft involved, and it's going to be hard to break that and pull away. So I think it's going to be quite packed up, and you want to try to avoid the damage tonight, that's for sure.
Absolutely, and he said it, and you see it. Zach is pulling double duty here once again, trying to put up the heater here at the Glen. And yeah, I tell you, this was one that I was looking forward to. The Glen is pretty wild in these trucks, so we're gonna see one heck of a pack race here, and Zach said it perfectly. You do not want to get any aero damage. It's gonna hurt you here more than any other track on the calendar by a mile. But as Zach burns around the track, we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the point standings here going into the final week of the season. Tom Hemius holds the point lead with 282 points over Sean Winkler. So that means if Hemius finishes ahead of Winkler in any fashion, he is the champion of Season 12 and his first Pro Trucks Championship at that. Winkler is going to have to win this race and the next race, and hopes Hemius gets utterly nuked in both races. And you see they have a massive gap over Jake Wilshire in third. Then the Joeys, Kirk and Herbie in fourth and fifth, with Ray Boudouin, Matt Slosser, Sibrin Stuhl, Ant Meeperson, and Adam Boyslard rounding out the top 10. See Zach rounding out the final corner.
That's all we got. We'll hope it's a good one. We got a lot of fast guys out here tonight. I'd be happy to start in the top 10.
Original poll is Tom Hemius, and Zach, you put it P5. How about it? Or actually P something. Okay, it's weird because it's showing half a second back from Sean, 4/10
I got
back
P4 on my screen.
Yeah,
so far,
P4. Okay, I was reading that right. I'm like, it's showing him in fifth, but he's only 4.6 back instead of 5.4. But yep, so P4, that's a heck of a lap there.
Well, I appreciate that. You know, I always want to be P1, but we got a lot of fast guys out here tonight. Oh, did I beat Sean Winkler? Okay, that's
you sure did.
Watch this back. That's we'll take that. That's for sure. Now I feel a lot better about this P4. I'll tell you that right now. I mean, Ant Meeperson, Ray Boudouin, Matt Schlosser up there, P6 too. That's awesome to see him get a good run there. Matt's a good road racer. We all know that. So, yeah, I'll definitely take that lap. That's for sure. Not a lot of practice going in this, about 20 minutes, and yeah.
And Ray Boudouin, also an experienced road racer himself, so it is absolutely no surprise to see Ray put the 586 in P3. But with that, it's time to cut to the starting lineup for the first race of tonight here at the Glen. Your pole sitter, the 007 of Tom Hemius next to the 13 of Ant Meeperson. Ray Boudouin and the 22 of Zach Amsbacher in row 2. Row 3, we have the 720 of Sean Winkler and the 400 of Matt Schlosser. Row 4 features the 994 of Austin Derrick and the 06 of Adam Boyslard. Rounding out the top 10 is the 343 of Richard Watkins and the 37 of Joey Kirk. Jake Wilshire in the 95 and the 68 of Severin Stool on row 6. The 314 of Andrew Watkins and the 73 of Seth Owens, row 7. Row 8 has the 20 of Corey Kroll and the 860 of Joe Ulrich. Lon Lokovich in the 106 and Arthur Nelson in the 92 on row 9. Rounding out the top 20, the 585 of Devin Strouch and the 729 of Nathan Ramsey. Stephen Barnett in the 15 and Joseph Biscucci in the 015 on row 11. Justin Pierce in the 252 and Patrick Wilson in the 666, rounding out the field, and we are just about ready to get at it. The lights are on and the trucks are off. We're underway at the Glen. Pretty good start for me person. You see already starting to close the gap on Mahemius just a little bit, but Tom's going to hold on to the lead as we go down into turn 1. Hofsbacher side by side with Bruden as we go through turn 1. So far, no real contact here towards the back. Everything clean and green for now as Mahemius is trying to run away. You see Amsbacher was able to get up into P3. That's a good pass for you. So there's Zach, but we're going to let him focus as we go down into the bus stop for the first time tonight. And here comes Winkler looking on Amsbacher. Oh, Amsbacher looking on me person, and he jumps to the outside, and we're free wide going into the bus stop. Oh, and there's Robin, there's contact. Amsbacher going to get the spot over me person as they get through the bus stop. You hope. Oh, we got a truck going around. It's Arthur Nelson. And it looks like Barnett with them too. See a little bit of grass being kicked up as they go through the carousel. Yep, it was Stephen Barnett who got involved with Nelson there. See, here's the replay. See, ooh, Nelson a little slow into the bus stop. And honestly, if you're Stephen Barnett, I just don't know where you have to go on that. You see Mahemius starting to pull away a little bit. Oh, we got a truck hard into the inside wall. I have no idea what in the world happened with that. See, Devin Strouch in green and black truck, not entirely sure who it was. It might have been Milan Lokovich. But yeah, major contact into the inside wall. Oh, there's a little more contact coming off of turn 1. Oh, we're 3 wide now because of it. Oh, look at all the beating and baying. Severin Stool in a knife fight right now, getting leaned on by 73. I believe that's Seth Owens. Oh boy, Seth getting a bump draft from Andrew Watkins. Oh, almost 3 wide here. Oh, Corey Kroll, thunder braking, catching the grass. But we're clean and green so far. 3 wide. Up. Here comes Bolakovic. To honor Kyle Busch, she's got a wrecked bucket of word I can't say on air, but he's still going at it. And you see, we got a change for the lead. Our co-commentator has just taken the lead from Mahemius with Sean Winkler right behind. Zach, I have no idea how you're doing this with me screaming in your ear. But keep her going, bud.
You guys got to the coverage because I was like, come on, we're talking about a lot of stuff in the back. I got P1 for a little bit for now.
Yes, sir. Winkler looking, but not going to attempt to move right now as we're 3 wide further back. A couple of the TG trucks leaning on each other. Oh, boy, you see Wilshire side by side with, I think, Austin Derrick. And Derrick looks like he's gonna maybe get the spot. No, here comes Wilshire fighting back through the S's. And they have a huge run over one of the WTF trucks. And Adam Boyslard. Oh, look at this massive humanity. Wilshire looking 3 wide going into the bus stop. This isn't gonna end well. Oh, they're leaning on each other, and somehow they get through it. Oh man, I have no idea how that didn't end with the truck flipping. You see, Amsbacher continues to lead this race as Mahemius is all over the back of Winkler in P2. Zach trying to run away from the two championship combatants right now.
Yeah, I'm hoping they get the fight, James. That would really help me out a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm not long enough for that, but we'll see what happens here. Sean Winkler's been all over me.
Yeah, so far so good. You see me person, Boudwin, and Slosser right there in the lead fray as well. Zach going defensive, trying to keep Winkler at bay. As you see, Boudwin sends it to the inside of me person, and here comes Winkler with a run on Amsbacher. They're going to be side by side through the S's. And now Mahemi is trying to follow suit as well, but Amsbacher not giving up, and he is staying to the outside of Winkler. As we're still side by side, oh, a little bit of rubbing. And what do you do if you're Mahemius? Oh, bump drafted Sean Winkler, and now Amsbacher is getting bump drafted from Boudwin. Side by side, 3 rows as we go into the bus stop. And Amsbacher gonna take the lead back from Winkler going through the bus stop. Incredible.
I like when you race part-time, James. You can be a little more aggressive. You know, I don't do this full-time anymore, so we're going to do what we got to do to keep the lead. Sean Winkler had a great turn 1, though. I'm actually surprised I ran a little wide to make sure I kept my speed up, but he still got to my inside. That was a really good run from him.
Yeah, damn, the points full speed ahead as they are both slaloming, trying to get the position on one another. Sean trying to stay to the outside, and he can now. Here comes Tom to the outside. Tom gets a little bit of the grass. There's a little bit of leaning, and Ray looking to the inside. There's contact. Oh my goodness, Ray able to get off of the back of Sean Winkler before things turn dire. But that's exactly what Amsbacher wants to see in his mirror.
That's right, James. You know it. That's a good sight to see, and they keep going side by side. Let's keep it going, boys. Good fight back here.
And look at the run that Ray going on Sean through the center of turn 1. And now Ray's got to the inside of Mahemius. Tom holding on. And it looks like Ray's going to get the spot. Here comes Slosser trying to follow through. This is not what you want to see if you're Tom Mahemius right now.
Oh my God, look at the draft. I have no chance here. What?
Lord have mercy. I was about to ask if you lit off right there. That is crazy.
They were like so far back, I was actually questioning if I was going to lose they were going to lose the draft. Oh my God, they were going probably 15 mile an hour faster.
That is utter madness. It's amazing, the draft on these absolutely slow and big pieces of machinery.
Kidding. Yeah, it's crazy. I should defend inside here. It looks like we're going to take out again.
But something to keep an eye on. You saw on the broadcast there's some damage on the right front corner of the 720 of Sean Winkler. So right now he's able to stay with you, Zach, but it might be a different story if he gets back in front. That's got to be hurting him.
Absolutely. I'm going to try to keep the inside here because we saw he got to my inside and he actually took P1 back for a little bit. I'm going to try to stay on the inside here.
Oh, but look out. You got Ray getting racy. He was looking. Sean sticking to the outside, but Amsbacher gonna clear as we get to the S's. Ray trying to keep to the inside of Sean. Oh, there's a little bit of contact. But they're still crucially keeping a very small gap to Mahemius, but here he comes. He's gonna have a run as Slosser and me person are side by side right behind. Oh, there's contact between Amsbacher and Winkler, and here comes Mahemius with the run of a lifetime. Good defensive drive from Amsbacher, but they're side by side through the bus stop. They're leaning on each other. Oh, it feels like WATKINS GLEN 2012 all over again. Winkler still on the outside going through the carousel, and they bump again.
Bad spot here. I got to try and stay on this outside so I can have the inside for the last turn. Hopefully my teammate gives me a push here, but I don't think he wants to get the front damage.
Yeah, you also have to be worried about your teammate throwing it 3 here at some point. Winkler trying to get the pass done, and he's going to get it done, going way out wide. Oh, Becker is not staying down. Oh, there's a little bit of contact. Oh, they slide wide. Oh, more contact. Where do you go if you're Mahemius in between? Oh, and there's a squeeze to the inside wall. Oh, and just like that, Ray Boudouin has fallen almost to the back of this package. Here comes Winkler around the outside of Mahemius to take the lead back. Oh my God, I've almost lost my voice, and we still have 5 minutes left. Boy, howdy, Winkler holds the lead, but once again, he's going to have a whole lot of trouble. As we exit the S's, here comes Mahemius, here comes Abspacker. Whoa, little bump from, I think, Mahemius into Winkler. The teammates side by side as we go through the bus stop. What a move by Abspacker to take over P2 once again, and here comes Me Person. Ant tried to get...
I don't know if all the competitors know it, James, but I'm taking a lot of grass there on the bus stop entry, and I'm not getting a 1X for that, so that's fair game.
That is interesting.
Or I shouldn't say a lot, but a little bit. Definitely going to use up the track limits there when I need to.
Meanwhile, we move a little further back. Things have kind of calmed down in the back a little bit, as the front packer just throwing haymaker after haymaker on each other. Right now, this is the biggest gap we've seen in some time. Winkler trying to pull away from the rest of the top six. See Ray Boudouin getting a little racy, but they tuck back in. Rest of the top six have to work together to try to run down the 720. You see they're already starting to catch up as Sean slides a little bit wide in the center of the S's, as Schlosser and Me Person. And here comes Jake Wilshire dragging the rest of the top 10 up into the fray. As meanwhile they have caught Sean Winkler like I think we all expected they would because of the draft. And now here comes Amspacker to the outside of Winkler, trying to take the lead back through the bus stop. They single file out, but they definitely have company. Wilshire and Boyslard are there. And they still have plenty of time to make some noise here. The end of this race, still 3 minutes left at the Glen. Winkler is able to get through the carousel a lot better, but Mahemius just shoving Amspacker through, and the gap is already cleared almost before we even got into turn 6. Off of the final corner, coming to just about 2.5 left here. Wilshire and Boyslard not quite there, but I believe the next time we go down the back straightaway, they're going to be there and making some moves on Matt Schlosser. Speaking of making some moves, Ray Boudouin looking to make one. Just sticking his nose to the inside, then jumps to the outside of Mahemius. Racy Ray Boudouin trying to get back to the podium here. As here we go, we got a whole lot of side-by-side behind Winkler, and now side-by-side with Winkler. Amsbacher getting the shove from Boudouin through the bus stop. Zach tucks back in once again.
Gotta try and get that inside under the bus stop. That's where I want to be to try and make a move, but just get stuck on that outside. You have to get the spot up.
Yeah, I don't know. I think if you can stay alongside Sean going through the middle parts, I think you'd at least have a good opportunity to at least stay side by side with him, but with definitely a lot of contact to do so.
Oh, we're gonna get a run here.
Yes, you are, and crucially, we are coming to the white flag. 1 lap at the Glen. Oh, a little bit of contact going into the final corner. And now Mahemi is trying to take advantage of it.
What do you think, James? Sending in turn 1 if we get a chance?
I think you have to.
Oh, he's gonna defend. All right.
Ooh. Oh, moving. Winkler comes by because of it. More contact. And Winkler's going to lose some body panels. And here comes Mahemius out of nowhere. And Ray Boudouin trying to follow. Mahemius has the lead, but I don't know if he wants to have the lead right now. He's going to have to deal with an absolute run from everyone. Winkler trying to hold on to the outside. Oh, where do you go? It looks like the damage on Winkler might be slowing him up. Where do you go if you're Ray Boudouin? Into the bus stop. Oh, more contact with Winkler, and he's somehow going to take over P2. Into the carousel for the final time. Winkler is going to have one last gasp at it, but I don't know if there's any more air left to breathe. Sean Baig and Ray Boudouin to shove him forward. But it doesn't look like it's going to work. Winkler gets to the back of Mahemius. Oh, and he puts him sideways. Everyone going all kinds of wide. Here comes Winkler to the inside. But it's not going to be enough. Off of the final corner. Checker flag. Tom Mahemius wins at the Glen and will become your special stage Pro Trucks champion of season 12. Oh my goodness, what a race.
Oh, we're upside down. We made it to the finish though on 4 tires, so that's a good positive, right?
Yep, I'd say so.
Yeah, that was, you know, turn 1 there. Wanted to make a move to the inside. Sean kind of did a good job of jumping in there and defending that. And wanted to run him side by side, but he kind of leaned on me a little bit, just going in there. And then from there out, just in a bad spot when you're on the outside. You already have the momentum loss.
Yeah, and I think the damage that Sean got from that killed all the pace in his truck, and he just couldn't keep with Tom to make a run there in the final corners.
Had a great 3-wide finish to the, or 3 wide to the line there. Almost 4 wide. I gotta go back and watch the replay on that one.
Oh. And that is precisely why I wanted to see this race. Mother of mercy, that's one for the record books. Your race winner and champion, Tom Mahemius from Sean Winkler and Ray Boudouin. Our double duty man in the booth, Zach Amsbacher in 4th, Anthony Person 5th, Adam Boyslard, Matt Schlosser, Jake Wilshire, Richard Watkins, and Joey Kirk, the top 10. Andrew Watkins, Sebron Stool, Austin Derrick, Corey Kroll, and Nate Ramsey, the top 15. Justin Pierce, Milan Lakovic, Arthur Nelson, Patrick Wilson, and Joel Ulrich, the top 20, with Devin Strouch, Seth Owens, Stephen Barnett, and Joseph Pascucci rounding out the field. Whew. Well, we are going to go ahead and take a break and take a breath, and we will be back with the final race of the season from Firebird Motorsports Park.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
There might be some rain coming through. We expect rain soon. Rain is close. The session has been declared wet. No sign of this rain stopping.
Alrighty, we are back and here at Firebird. But before that, Zach, why don't you go ahead and tell us about your night there at the Glen. That was wild from what we saw, and that had to be about 10 times more wild from your vantage point.
Yeah, especially, I haven't been in the truck a lot lately, so I guess we'll start off with initial pace, qualifying P4 with some of the best guys out there. A lot of fast guys in special stage, so we're going to be happy about that effort. Like I said, not a lot of practice for it. And during the race, actually got to the lead pretty clean, too. Was really happy with that, and then had to get a little dirty and defensive there. Yeah, just a lot of emotions there. Lost the lead and then ran P2 for a lot of it with, some help from my teammate pushing. I'm surprised he didn't try to jump to my inside, but I guess that was a smart move because at the end, Tom Monhemus got by both of us. Going in the last corner there, I was going to try to run Sean too wide and kind of just slapped the front of my truck there a little bit. I got in the grass, and from there I knew I was cooked, so I kind of laid on him back a little bit. Tom slipped by both of us, just leaned on me. So pretty high IQ move from Tom there to stick back and get that W. But yeah, for being part-time, I'm happy with that.
Absolutely. But with that, we go to Firebird, and quickly before qualifying starts, what are your thoughts going on to this one? This is not an easy track because of all the bumps, jumps, and whoops throwing you all over the place.
Yeah, and there's like the line changes between turns 3 and 4. I used to think I had the fast line. Now all the fast guys are going to the left, and I'm not really well versed there, so we're going to stick to the right. I think I'm going to give up some pace to do that tonight, but sometimes how it is, James, with race pace, you just stick to what you know, and hopefully good fortune comes your way and we can keep it up towards the front. But I think I'm not going to have the best qualifying effort because of that line.
Absolutely, but we will see. And yeah, this one has never been one of my favorites because of it. This is not the track to have a motion rig at if you have one of those, just because of how much you're being thrown around, and it's so easy to get off kilter, you know, especially going over the tabletop, coming to the start finish line, because if you're just kind of off on where you start the jump, it's so easy to land into the wall and just get thrown all over the place. And then exiting turn 1, you're having to kind of ride the wall up on the little dirt embankment, because that's where the speed is. And then a couple more tough jumps in the next couple hairpins, and that whoop section, I tell you, that's the stuff that nightmares are made from. You see, Zach already talked about it a little bit. You kind of have to drive around it, because if you drive through it, you're going to lose all that speed, because it's just going to be like jump, 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 and you're just being thrown all over the place, and you feel your brain crashing and bashing all over your head. It's just not a pleasant feeling. But when you get to the final corner, that final corner is awesome. You just have to put up with a lot to get to it.
Even though you're constantly turning, to be honest with you, the last corner is probably the most relaxed part of the track, where you can actually breathe a little bit. And that's what makes Firebird so difficult. Like, everything sets up for the next part. There's our lap. I don't know what it was. Didn't feel great about it, James, but it is what it is at this point. But yeah, you just don't get a break from it, you know? It's a super intense track. You do not have a section where you can take a hand off the wheel or do anything, make any kind of adjustments. You're just going it the whole time. Then you put other trucks on track, you're in for a good time.
Yeah, as Adam Boyslard is demonstrating right now. But new quick time, Jake Wilshire, top of the charts with a 36.6 flat, 1/1000 faster than your champion-elect Tom Mahemius. What a lap from Wilshire to put it at the top. Incredible.
Well, let me tell you something, James. I don't ever really show the bias here, but the top 3 guys right now, those are all, you know, guys that race on my race team, and we all practice together, and they share information, and it's a really proud moment here to see Jake Wilshire, Tom Mahemius, Austin Derrick in the top 3 spots. So really happy for those guys. That just shows you what teamwork goes to do here at this track when you have all those lines, and every little bit matters.
Absolutely. And every little bit, emphasis on the little, matters, because you literally can't get any closer with it still showing up on the timing charts. There is a hidden 4th digit, but we can't see those. So that is the closest you can get with it showing up and not having it be actually tied. That is unbelievable. What a qualifying session to end the season on.
I mean, yeah, Tom Mahemius not getting the pole there. That alone's pretty impressive, and it wasn't Sean Winkler that took it from him, so that's definitely a big switch up here for our last race.
But now the emphasis is going to be on Wilshire for getting the good enough start to hold on to it, because with the way turn 1 is, you know, being able to rip the outside, that's going to give you a lot of speed and a lot of momentum off the corner. So if Wilshire can't block Mahemius off when they go into turn 1, then it might be a pretty easy pass for Tom to take over the lead, exit to turn 1.
The good thing is I know Jake's lines there. Jake runs inside in turn 1 like I do. We're pretty unique in that aspect. Most guys are running that 2nd, 3rd lane, but that's going to help Jake, especially if he gets a good start and he has a nose going in. He's going to be able to take that inside and clear all the way out to the wall there, the dirt berm on the exit of turn 1.
Absolutely. That is an excellent insider point. We'll see how that works, as we still have another about 20 seconds to go before qualifying is officially over.
We'll say I did get bumped back to P7 here in the starting order. Hopefully that sticks, because I do want to be on the inside. Again, I do run that unique inside line. I feel comfortable there, especially in traffic here to start this race. I want to be on this inside. Hopefully jump up a row.
Well, everyone had qualified, so you're going to get your wish. And now, with the end of the session, it's time to get to the starting lineup for the last race of the season, the finale at Firebird. Pole sitter Jake Wilshire in the 95 next to Tom Hemius in the 007. Austin Derrick in the 994 next to Sean Winkler in the 720 on row 2. Anthony Person in the 13 and Justin Pierce in the 252 on row 3. Zach Amsbacher.
James in P7.
Yeah. And
Not a
Richard
great
Watkins
feeling.
right. No, but I think you'll be perfectly fine. Is Richard Watkins next to you on row 4? Ray Bedouin and Adam Boyslard round out the top 10. Vladan Lakovic in the 106 and Joey Kirk in the 37 on row 6. Andrew Watkins in the 314 and Corey Kroll in the 20, row 7. Row 8 has the 68 of Stephen Stool and the 400 Matt Slosser. And already we are actually going to be going green right now. The lights are on. And the trucks are off. We're underway at Firebird. Great jump for Wilshire, and there's that inside line that Zach talked about. He's going to clear, and in fact, Derek's going to be side by side with Mahemius for P2 as we go on down into turn 2 as everyone monster trucking over that berm. Derek, not able to clear Mahemius as we got a huge jam up in the back. 3 wide trucks all over each other. Look at that. Oh no, there's a big wreck in the back. Oh, we got a track blocker, mother of mercy. Everyone is around. We got like 8 trucks involved in that one. Holy crackers. Meanwhile, Jake Wilshire continues to lead. Mahemius was able to fight off Derek for P2.
Oh my goodness,
no,
Damn, it just came across my nose.
Oh no! Our in-race reporter. Constant issues. The Anthony Person just took responsibility
You guys
for
could,
that, though.
you know, I have the ability to have you guys go back and take a look at that. I do believe Ant just drove right across my nose. I hope that's the case.
Yeah, Anthony. Oh my goodness, we got a truck on its side. What in the world? Well, all that's going on. And yeah, Ant did take responsibility for that. I'm just pulling your chain on that.
Excellent, good to hear. Don't hate that for Ant. Ant's a great guy. I don't know if he was trying to cross over and get inside of Sean there, but yeah, I was there, nothing I could do.
And then, Richard Watkins slobbers into his teammate stuck on the side. I believe it's Steven Barnett. Always great to get a helping hand from your teammate right there. Good gracious. It's just chilling like no one's business. It's like, watching the race like normal. Oh, look, there's a truck parked on its side. Just Firebird things, I suppose. Meanwhile, Mahemius fast his lap trying to track down Jake Wilshire. Wilshire hold and serve for now as they're both pulling away from Austin Derrick. Meanwhile, our in-race reporter is all over the back of Sean Winkler, trying to get himself back up into P4.
I think I need to learn another line, James. I'm all over him, and then I just lose a bunch right there. It's not working out for me. Other than that, I think I'm faster in all your 3 corners, especially with some damage.
Yeah, but looks like you're a little bit faster than him through the final corner. You're able to make some of that up, but you might be a little right there. So looks like Patrick Wilson has towed on board with the 666 now. Let's see what happened here. And you're not used to seeing that, and I highly doubt he money shifted, but unfortunate end for the season for Patrick Wilson. Meanwhile, back up front, Mahemius continues to hound Wilshire. Wilshire is able to build up a pretty good lead here through the first half of the track, but Mahemius really able to run him down in the second half. Meanwhile, battle for third is Bruin. Winkler and Amsbacher have caught up to Austin Derrick.
We're going to try out this fancy left side line here, James.
Let's see.
Oh, shit. We got a little to the right there. That's not good. Held it. Yeah, didn't like that, but I see why it could be faster if we perfect it.
Meanwhile, there's another quarter in the Zach Amsbacher Memorial Swear Jar right there.
Yep. Apologize to the viewers there. Blame it on Robbie, didn't bleep it fast enough.
Meanwhile, all over the back of Winkler as Winkler is looking to the outside of Derek. Oh, meanwhile, Mahemius has almost got inside of Wilshire as they lap by Mike Paul. Trying to slowed up Wilshire just a little bit. While you hear Zach making his way past the lap car of the 333.
A little closer than we wanted.
And that's the thing about Firebird, there is nowhere to go on this track.
Yeah, I love the pace that I have, but like you said, nowhere to go. Where do you make the move, you know, even if I get back to the back of the 720 there?
Yeah, meanwhile, Sean Winkler almost giving a bump to Derek going through turn 2. Oh no, we got a truck around on the front straightaway. I think it was Justin Pierce who got turned around just a little bit. Oh, look at this! Oh no, this is gonna end well. The contact. Oh no, see Joe Ulrich backing up and almost getting another WTF truck for good measure. Setho, then, oh no! That, you said it wrong. Oh no, there's so much contact. Oh, and he gets the barrier. Oh, that might. Oh no! Oh my God, he almost pulled up on track right in front of the race lead, and he towed finally. You feel bad for him, but you appreciate taking one for the team. Oh, good gracious. Oh yeah, it is nervous times. They are fully in lap traffic right now, right behind Arthur Nelson here. Nelson going wide. Meanwhile, all kinds of weeble wobbling from Wilshire over the whoops. Try saying that 3 times fast. Wilshire continues to hold on. Well, but the exit got compromised by Nelson a little bit. As close as Mahemius has been all race long, as Nelson is still there on the outside of Wilshire. Jake Bagan hoping that Nelson just gives him a little bit of space. Nelson goes way wide up to the top, and they're both going to get by this time. Wilshire crucially holds on to the lead. You see Arthur starting to blink too. That's not helping things.
James, let's not forget here. Let's give a shout out to Jake Wilshire holding off Tom Onhemius for lead, and Austin Derrick holding off Sean Winkler. You know, we're used to seeing Tom and Sean be up in the front, but we got 2 other guys up here really putting in some good pace.
That they are. A phenomenal run for your teammates. See side by side Lokovic and Schlosser. Whoa, big move from Lokovic right there. But no contact, crucially. Stu continuing to go in at. Oh, big hop of the berm right there for Schlosser. And that's going to allow.
Derek are side by side.
That they are side by side for P2. Meanwhile, looking on board, something happened to Corey Kroll.
I don't know what happened. Austin Derrick almost.
Oh, and Derrick almost around.
Yeah, not sure what happened there. I was on the right side. Those guys were over to the left.
I believe you're right. Trying to get by the 92. Oh no, you see side by. Oh, he jumped into Winkler. All kinds of, all over the place, over the whoops, and made it a whoop. Well, that allows both Winkler and Uzak to get by. Bummer for Austin Derrick right there.
Yeah, you hate to see it, but, you know, keep his head up, because that's, you know, seeing Austin Derrick go ahead and get a P3 in qualifying out here, really fast drivers, and then, you know, sit there and battle with Sean Winkler. It's got to be a good feeling for him.
Absolutely, but looks like Sean's taking your line there, Zach.
Yeah,
you almost
That's why I like that line. I like to have some, you know, a little bit of fresh air on the nose. But yeah, he's over there running my line, so you got to back up a little bit. You know how it is. Back the entry up. Make sure we don't get into him.
Meanwhile, Wilshire started to open up the lead a little bit here. It's the biggest lead he's had all race long, but right now he might be exchanging some of his. He's trying to get through the lap traffic here. Oh, bit of a hip check into, I believe, Joel Ulrich. And now trying to get by one of the WTF trucks. I believe that's Justin Pierce, and neither of them given any quarter right now. But crucially, Wilshire at least has Ulrich
Whoa, lap
as a
truck just
buffer.
parked in front of me. What the? Almost flipped the truck over, James.
Yeah, I believe that's Seth Owens right in front of you. He's not
He was
cutting
trying
you
to let
any
me by,
favors.
but didn't do a great job of trying that. That's what we were doing.
And now you see Mamius gets by Ulrich, and now Wilshire's got to do the same with Justin Pierce. But Pierce is still holding on right there in front. Here comes a move from Wilshire, a little bit of a hip check. And Pierce now finally gives way. Possibly, yep. Oh, but big sideways for Pierce in front of Mamius. And now that's going to hold up Tom as Wilshire now gets to try to run away here. Mamius and Pierce side by side as they go through the tabletop. Right now the lead is a second and a half and growing for Jake Wilshire. Mamius finally gets a spot on Pierce, throwing a slider right there. Pierce holding on to the outside, but he's going to give way now. Wilshire has 1.2 seconds. And meanwhile, Winkler has also started to gap Amsbacher out just a little bit.
Well, you know, I'd like to say it stayed the same. I did almost flip over a lap truck that was right in my, right in my path of direction of travel. Other than that, we're kind of matching his pace, so I'm pretty happy with that. But I would have liked to have kept the gap a little bit closer, so I had a little bit of a hope there. But yeah, just not the pace right now to pull it back.
Yeah, but now it's Sean's turn to try to get by Ulrich and Pierce.
And now it's my turn.
Yep, Winkler gets the move on Ulrich done easily. And now Zach will try to make his way through as well, but not quite close to Joel as we go down into turn one. Oh, okay, got real close to Joel as we got down in turn one. That changed.
Yeah, I got a pretty good entry going there, but yeah, when there's a truck in the way, you can't really do nothing with it.
Meanwhile, up towards the front, Wilshire trying to make his way through traffic, and Mahemius is starting to get closer because of that. They both get by Schlosser, and I believe that was Ray Boudouin who stopped and towed. Unfortunate for Ray. I think he just kind of got out of the way and called it quits. I'm not quite sure. Unfortunate for Ray Boudouin. Meanwhile, coming to 2 minutes left, Wilshire just has Milan Lokovic in front of him and a whole lot of clear track after that. I don't know about a clear truck at this point. John Winkler able to clear Justin Pierce. Oh, and Lokovic has gotten out of the way of our two race leaders. So now clear sailing for Jake Wilshire, trying to keep Mahemius at bay for a huge upset dub here. I'm trying to get closer and closer. Meanwhile, you're not missing a whole lot. This is the closest battle on the track right now. Meanwhile, poor Zach continues to try to get through the lap traffic side by side with Justin Pierce, not able to stay to the inside.
Trying to be nice to that traffic, but it certainly feels like I'm racing for position sometimes out here, I'll tell you that.
It sure looks like it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Whoa!
We're gonna go ahead and take it to both of them here. We're just gonna have to get the job done, James.
He sure
We're gonna get
is.
crossed over by a truck a lap now. Yep, there we go. We're gonna go take the spot. Thankfully, we're hopefully gonna look forward from that.
Yep, Zach finally able to clear and try to get away from all that and leave Schlosser and Pierce to battle amongst each other. That is top 10. It is lapped up to the top 10 right now. First car not a lap down is 9th place Adam Boislar. Meanwhile, we are coming to white flag. 1 lap to go at Firebird, and Jake Wilshire has his hands full. 007 filling up his mirrors. Miami is trying to go out with one more win on his championship season. Jake Wilshire trying to bring it home. Got about a truck length as we go on down to the next to last corner. Bohemius looks to the inside, trying to go to the outside. They're split the whoops, but it doesn't look like it's going to work for Bohemius. Off of the final corner, checker flag. Jake Wilshire will win at Firebird.
Awesome job for Jake Wilshire there. That's a big win for him.
Absolutely. A phenomenal run as Winkler will round out the podium. Our in-race reporter in 4th, and Austin Derrick will round out the top 5. Oh, now that is how you cap off the season, folks at home. You see on board with our champion officially of season 12, Tom Mahemius. Well, we were trying to get a nice photograph.
Oops.
Oh boy. Well, before we talk to our finishers, our top 3 from the 2 races, let's go ahead and look at the final results from the finale at Firebird. Race winner Jake Wilshire from Tom Mahemius and Sean Winkler. Zach Amsbacher and Austin Derrick round out the top 5. Ant Me Person, Joey Kirk, Sebring Duel, Adam Boyslard, and Justin Pierce the top 10. Matt Slosser, Joel Ulrich, Milan Lakovich, Seth Owens, and Corey Kroll the top 15. Arthur Nelson in 16th, Ray Bedouin, Andrew Watkins, Nathan Ramsey, and Mike Paul the top 20. With Patrick Wilson, Richard Watkins, Stephen Barnett, and Justin Cunningham rounding out the field of finishers. Woo. Well, I think it's time for us to go ahead and get started with the interviews. I believe we're going to go ahead and start with our 3rd place finisher of race 1, Ray Bedouin. Ray, James in the booth, you got a copy?
James, what's up, brother? Yeah, I got you.
Well, how about it? That was an awesome run for you there at the Glen. That might have been the wildest race of the season, and that's saying something. What was it like from the driver's seat?
Well, you know, in the street course series, I tend to do pretty well. I always feel confident going into them, and I realized that I had the pace in qualifying, which kind of surprised me. It added to that fire that I had, and I just got in the mix, man. I started hitting some good grooves in some of the corners. I was realizing I was faster than a couple of guys that were around me. I didn't really take too many unnecessary risks, but I was able to fight it out, and that finish, man, I'll tell you, I was just hanging on by the skin of my teeth.
Yeah, that kind of had to feel like kind of dancing with fire a little bit because
man.
everyone's racing hard, but you know how sensitive the aero is on these trucks, so you got to be careful. Can't race too rowdy, otherwise you're gonna be dealing with some major aerodynamic issues.
Yeah, and at a track like the Glen, the draft is so important. If you lose a little bit of the pack, you're in a different world, and it's really, really hard to come back from that. It's hard enough to go ahead and try to pass for position, and especially with the guys that are out on the track with me. So, I mean, nothing is made easy, but we like the fight, man. And it was cool to be up in the front and run real hard this season, and I'm proud of the whole team and everything. So I couldn't be more thrilled with the way the season ended, as long as we don't talk about Firebird.
Oh, where's the fun in that? Let's talk about it. It sounded like you had a few tiny issues with some of the lap traffic out there.
Yeah, it was unfortunate. Some guys they come in, they want to run out the season, and that's great. That's what this season is awesome for. You can start in any point in the season. You can pick and choose what races you want. But you get it in your heart toward the last race there, and a lapper in the way is just not what you want to see when you're parked in the pits on the last lap for the last race of any season. But we live to fight another day.
Absolutely, and all things considered, quite the fine season from you, my friend. And I know you're looking forward for next season already to start, but for that, how about some sponsors, plugs, and shout out before we let you prepare for next season and for the upcoming slate of Joker races?
Yeah, super excited. I got to thank you guys, Race and Nexus. You guys are definitely my favorite broadcast group to go ahead and race with. You just call so well. Matt obviously puts together special stage and does an awesome job. The guy's an innovator and constantly pushing us out of our comfort zones, even in the trucks that we're comfortable with. I got to thank the Ascension Racing team. My guys always stick by me. We were really fortunate enough to latch on to Joey Kirk this season, and he really performed. So that was a huge boost for us. Boozy Jerky's standing behind us as our partner still. So got a shout out to them. If you haven't tried it, It's awesome. And until then, I will see you next time, guys.
Alrighty, we appreciate you, Ray, and hopefully we're talking to you again next season.
Right on. Thanks for the calls, guys, all season long.
Right.
All right, that is your third place finisher from race 1 at the Glen, Ray Boudwin. Now we'll cut over to Zach as we'll talk to the runner-up and the third place finisher of tonight's races, Sean Winkler.
Oh, Mr. Sean Winkler, how you doing over there, buddy?
Hello, Zach.
It's quite an interesting dynamic here. I can actually see in the video chat room, so this is quite the video conference call we got going here.
Certainly can. Yes,
not
it
sure
is.
Rob can
Yes,
get both
it
of us
is.
up on the screen there or not, but you're on the screen for now. So, yeah, go ahead and tell us about race 1 out there. It looked like somebody was giving you a little bit of fits out there, blocking a little bit, maybe a little bit of contact in the last corner there on the last lap.
There was some contact, and my right front got broke again, so I had some aero damage. But yeah, trying to just get around that leader there, who was definitely putting up a mighty Ministry of Defense, and kind of cleared it. And then it's very draft powerful there. So last lap, Tom got a good draft and shifted up the inside in the bus stop, and he got past, and I didn't have enough laps to make it happen. So hopefully it was a good show for the fans. I mean, it was a hell of a race. Like, I was 5th, I was 3rd, 1st, 2nd, 1st, 3rd. I was all over the place. It was wild.
Yeah, you said it. That's a good way to put it there. It was kind of fun to get to the lead, but then once you got there, you quickly were disappointed with everybody just was going about 20 mile an hour faster than you behind you. So definitely dealing with it. But let's move on to something more positive. Hopefully, race 2 there, I was right behind you for most of it. We had clean air. Unfortunately, it wasn't the clean air up at the very front, but we had clean air for the top 4 positions there, or 3rd, 4th. So talk about race 2 there.
Yeah, you just try to get the best start you can and let all the chaos shake out. Unfortunately, Ant had a little issue there. He was trying to cross me up, I think, and touched you and spun out because we were having a good battle. And then, yeah, I just kind of settled into a groove. And then lap traffic came into play, and I just could not get any lap luck. Like, people are just racing you like their life depended on it, and it didn't. So, yeah, I got a little unlucky there, but hung on to the third. And yeah, happy overall to be on the podium twice tonight, Zach.
Yeah, you said it right there with lap traffic. Boy, any glimmer of hope I had to keep up with the 720 tonight was just taken away little bits at a time, and it was very frustrating. But yeah, I feel you on that one. So yeah, great job tonight in both races there, putting up like you said, a lot of chaos out there. Really, even in Firebird, we were kind of in our own spot for third, fourth, but just lap traffic made it. It wasn't even easy to do that. So great job tonight. Why don't you go ahead and give us some sponsors, shout outs, and stuff like you usually do, because you're always up. We're always talking to you every week.
Here I am again. Happy to be here. Not the best spot, but we'll take it. So just want to thank Racecraft Academy and Real Broker, Next Level Racing, and Pimax here, and obviously Matt for, again, one hell of a league, man. This was a blast. Tons of 24 trucks out here in the second race. It's insane. Tons of turnout, and it was consistent, so always someone to battle with. It was great. Yeah, thanks to Matt, and thanks to you guys up in the broadcast booth for putting on a great broadcast and show. And I'll probably, after done licking my wounds, come back and watch this one and watch it back, because I'm sure it's exciting on the broadcast side. And yeah, thanks to everybody who made this happen. You guys rock.
Appreciate the kind words there, Sean. I'm sure we'll be talking to you next season up at the front. Good job.
And yeah, and congrats to Tom on the championship.
Yep, well said. Back to James.
Actually, go ahead and stick with it and talk to your teammate and race 2 winner, Jake Wilshire.
Got Tom Monhemus in here if you want to go.
Not Jake Wilshire.
Oh, okay. Jake Wilshire, our Pete. Well, sorry, where'd you finish in Jake? Talk about race 1 there, Mr. Jake Wilshire. I didn't get to see you out there too much, so I assume it wasn't where you wanted to be.
Yeah, I qualified 11th, so I didn't have the best qualify, but I think I came out to P8, so I saw the shenanigans up front.
Yeah. I mean, actually, maybe you were in the better spot back there, because it was frustrating up at the front. We had the chance to get to the lead, but then just the draft would just kill you on that one. So I'm glad you had a little bit of fun there moving up through from the back. Let's talk about race 2, though. You go out there and put it on the pole and hold a lead for the entire race from what I saw, and go ahead and take the win. Walk us through what you had to do to beat Tom Monhemus, not only in qualifying, but in race pace.
Yeah, that was crazy. Beating him by 0.001 on qualify was great. Then, yeah, got around the lappers, was able to hold him off.
Yeah, talk about that lap traffic, man. I don't know what it was like for you guys. We were, you guys were in your own zip code way out in front of Sean and I battling for third and fourth, but we had lap traffic was insane out there, and there's not a lot of room.
Yeah, no room, and everybody's kind of taking the same line, so it's really hard to get around.
Yeah. So a great finish to the season here. What do you have to look forward to for the next season now that you have this confidence that you actually went out here at a track like Firebird and put it on the pole and held off for the race win? How do you feel about the next time we get back in these trucks for special stage?
Yeah, I'm hoping I can not be so far behind on all the tracks except for one, so I guess we'll shoot for that.
Yeah, go keep your head high, because I mean you finished strong, so don't think about the other results. You were out front tonight, and the race 2 was all yours. So congratulations! Why don't you go give us some sponsors and any shout outs you want to give us for your awesome race 2 performance there, getting the win for the last race of the season.
Oh yeah, shout out Bennett Racing, shout out Matt in the special stage, shout out you guys, Race for Nexus. It's all been fun. I've been loving it.
Awesome, appreciate the kind words there, Jake.
Yes, sir.
Back to James. We'll talk to our champion next. How about it?
Yes, sir. The man, the myth, the champion of Season 12, Tom Monhemus. How about it, brother? You got me up here in the booth?
Yeah, I got you, James.
Well, what a season from you. Absolutely dominant. And surprisingly, your first ever championship here in the Pro Trucks.
Yeah, it is. I think I've come second both other times, so it's nice to finally get one in there. But yeah, definitely a good fight with Sean for the whole season, and yeah, managed to bring it home.
Yeah, it was a lot of great fights tonight too. Take us through race 1. Obviously, you were having to fight through a lot of draft, a lot of traffic, and a lot of chaos, but you were able to make the moves you needed to right when they mattered and brought home another dub.
Yeah, yeah, it was. Well, I know I had the pace. I just didn't know how strong the draft was going to be. I knew it was going to be strong, but yeah, it was very strong. So I kind of decided, I'll let everything play out. I'll kind of like hang back, just chill out a bit, make sure I get no damage before the final lap. And when it came to the last lap, just sent it in turn one. I made the opportunity, and it worked out. And then yeah, thanks to Ray for pushing me a little bit. That gave me clearance into the bus stop, and then was able to just hold it off till the end.
Yeah, the seas definitely parted there for you. Did you have any sort of plan going into it, like before that all that kind of happened? Of okay, I'm gonna try this on the back straight away, or I'm gonna try this move going into the next to last corner.
I didn't get any draft practice in the practice session, so I was kind of going in a bit blind. I thought, we'll see what happens. I'm sure it won't be too hard, but it was pretty difficult trying to like time stuff and everything with all the defense and offense going on. Everyone trying to bunch into the bus stop was a bit chaotic every lap, but we all made it through, and yeah, just didn't have a plan, but it all worked out in the end.
He's lying. I think he had a little bit of a plan, James, because before the race, I did notify him that if he was in front of me on the last lap, he was going to get taken out. So I think he wisely stayed in P3. Last lap. I like to think he's lying when he says he didn't have a plan. That was pretty smart there.
Yeah. Well, you'll never know, Zach. You'll never know.
Yeah, that's right. I do have to make fun of you too. You did get the race win in race 2, so we will give you the championship. But you fell short there in race 2.
Yeah, take us through that battle with Jake right there. That was epic in that final race.
Oh, it was really fun. Yeah, the qualifying was so close. I look at the time, and I'm P1 for like a second, and then Jake goes and puts it 1,000 faster than me, and I was like, oh, damn, okay. So, I know Jake's fast there, but I wasn't expecting the gap to be that little between us, and yeah, we just ran each other really nicely. I didn't want to, take him out or anything. I kind of said, let's work together and get away before we start to fight. And when we were going through lap traffic, I didn't want to fight him just in case one of us got taken out, because taking out your teammate is not something I want to do. And it didn't happen. And I tried to make a move on the last lap, but it just wasn't. The right side line was just not fast enough for me to do anything and work anything with. So good job on Jake for that one.
Well, as we come to the end of this season, your championship season, what was your favorite part of this year?
I think it's just, all the racing that, we get to do against these guys. It's always really, really super clean, really super fun. Everyone has a lot of respect for each other, so it's always nice to race in this league. Everyone's really nice.
Any favorite overtakes or moves that you're not gonna forget here anytime soon?
Oh,
Probably when he passed me there in race 1.
that was a good one. That will not be forgotten. There's not many special. I think that maybe the best move of the season I had was Phoenix on Joey through the right-hander, trying to just set that up really nicely. That was a nice one. And the fight with Sean at Wild West, that was a great one as well. That was really fun.
Absolutely. Well, it's your moment, champ. Any sponsors, plugs, shout-outs, or words you like to give before we let you go celebrate?
Yeah, shout out Bennett Racing, bringing home the team championship, so that's always nice. Shout out TG Power Sports, Matt for putting this up, everyone for turning out for the season, everyone who showed up. Thanks to Jake, Austin, and Zach for running the BIR guys tonight. Thanks to you guys for broadcasting as well. And thanks everyone for the good racing throughout the whole season. And yeah, looking forward to the next races.
Absolutely. Well, great season, Tom, and hopefully we're talking to you again next season.
Hopefully so. Cheers, James.
All right, there is your champion, Tom Hemius. And now, I think I'm going to put you on the spot now, Zach. What was your favorite moment from this season? As if you could even pick.
Well, gonna be a little bit selfish here. You know, I went into Watkins Glen without a lot of practice. So for me, I'm just gonna be a little bit selfish and say, on the broadcast representing Racer Nexus, I got the lead somehow with a lot of fast guys. So that was a highlight of my season. But prior to my own efforts in the race, boy, Tom did mention it. I thought it was pretty cool. I was actually in that race as well, but Sean and Tom had a great battle going for P1 at Wild West. That just lasted the whole race, and I actually had to go back and watch that one for myself, even though I got to see it from behind. I just wanted a different angle. That was a great, just highlighted how fast those guys are, and they were obviously the cream of the crop the entire season. So that was pretty special to see that.
Absolutely. I think I have to say my favorite moment is probably Long Beach, either the Send of Oblivion from Joey Kirk or the the battle with the walls that Colin McDonough and George Ward were having right there. That was a lot of fun to call. That, the Eldora race, the Glen. Honestly, there were a lot of phenomenal races to call. Everything about the figure eight, I always say if my voice is gone before the race is over, that's a good race. And it was a honor to be privy to such incredible racing this year, to be able to be the one shrieking and yelling with every move in 3Y battle. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. And well, buddy, I can't wait for us to do it again here within the next month or so.
Absolutely. Like you said, I wish we had another 10 minutes to talk about all the things we could, shout out and just say was awesome this season. The car count, the turnouts were awesome. We had a lot of guys show up, a lot of good battles. And, what a way to finish it off. Jake Wilshire goes out there and gets a pole and gets a race win. So we got to cut it short at some point and end it, and hopefully see you guys back next season.
Absolutely. For my broadcast partners, Zach Amspacher and Rob Campbell, I'm James Watson, bidding you adieu until next season. Good night, everyone.